You queer cats are tone setters. The same reason my main legion of chrome wetters. With long cheddar, mixed with lines written. No time slipping when we rhyme spitting. Divine mission since the house days. GA Grandma left DJ Tanner outraged. The South stays about that Beretta clapping. Lines balanced with
Head on over to Spotify and all other streaming platforms. Check out the NoMercyTV Podcast.
Yo, what's good, y'all? No Mercy. Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I don't know why this is even a question. I don't get why. I just don't get why. Is Tsu Surf a legend? I just watched the blog on 15 Minutes of Fame. Shout out to everybody over there. Math, Millz, Official, and Jazz. They all debating, you know, having a back and forth about surf. And first things first. Millz, Jazz, Official. I'm this close to signing y'all for an L for arguing with Math Hoffa about Tsu Surf. Again, I repeat, arguing with Math Hoffa, the guy that has shown repeatedly that he is anti-surf, the guy that don't give surf credit for nothing, right? We see these niggas go back and forth all the time. They done been on social media going back and forth and blogs and all that, right? You do not argue with somebody like that about him. Like, that's like arguing with Trump about Joe Biden. Like, why? Why would you argue with somebody about a person that they are anti? Everything that comes out their mouth in regards to that person is going to be biased. So, at that point, I'm walking out the room, argument over. The second I'm in front of Math and he says, yo, surf ain't this. Nah, I'm either walking out the room or I'm changing the subject. How do you like your coffee? Like, I'm asking some shit like that because I already know that when you speak to this guy about surf, he's not going to keep it 100. He's not going to speak from a realistic standpoint. You feel me? And we've seen this numerous times over the years, so I don't get why even have the conversation. But in terms of is Surf a legend, yes, he is. He is a legend. He's a person who the world knows, like the world of battle rap knows him, but the world beyond battle rap also knows him. Like, you see people in the industry that rock with him heavy, like, and this was prior to him being like heavy in terms of the music. Surf has always been somebody who's just stood out to the masses because of his stage presence, his wittiness, him being clever. Wins and losses don't have nothing to do with legend status. I'm sorry. Not in battle rap. Because like Jazz said, Math is a legend because of the dose punch. Like, let's keep it a buck. He kind of is. He don't have a lot of standout battle moments. Like, in his battles, Math don't have standout moments in his battles that you replay over and over, like, oh, that battle was crazy. That no, Math is mostly known the Dose situation, the Serious Jones situation, the Disaster situation. When was the last time you went and watched a Math Hoffa battle? And I'm not saying this to down him, so I don't want people to make it seem like, because, you know, people are getting their feelings and start making it. No, I'm just saying in terms of battles, you don't have a lot of stuff from Math that you really go back and watch over and over the way you would do a Surf or Hitman or even an Averb. And I don't even like Averb like that. But I'm not going to sit here and not acknowledge that they're legends like they are. You have to give them that. Even Math is a legend. You understand? He may not be a legend for the right reasons, but he's still a legend. You know, so you got to give that to people. But like I said, in terms of Surf, it's the stage presence, his level of crowd control, those moments, like those moments matter. You feel me? Like, I understand in battle rap, when it comes down to individual battles, like the way we judge them, who had the better round, who won more rounds, etc., etc. Yes, we judge battles based on that. But you have to remember, when you talk legends, you're not just talking about the sport itself. You're talking about the impact that these people have. You're talking about the moments that add to these guys' resumes. So it's like, okay, you may have this win and loss record, but also, what are the highlights? What are the standout moments that people go back and constantly watch over and over? You understand? When you talk about Iverson, what did people say about Iverson? One of his standout moments when he crossed Jordan. You understand? No matter what you bring up about Allen Iverson, whether you bring up teams, whether you bring up teams winning loss records, whether you bring up points and shit like that, he still has certain moments where he stands out. Such as, him crossing Jordan. So that's something that adds to the legacy. And it's something that whenever people bring up Iverson in the conversation, that's one of the first things that's going to pop into your mind. Like, that's legendary shit. You feel me? So Surf, he has a ton of these moments. When you talk about, he had a couple of highlights from the Hollow battle. He had a couple of highlights from the Conceited battle. He has a whole bunch of just crazy moments, subtitles. The gun titles, first 2-on-2. That whole first round is a moment itself. You understand? Not to mention, when it comes to face-offs, Surf talk the most shit. Like, he knows how to promote and sell battles. He's one of the people that you look to as a blueprint for how to market yourself in battle rap. Not just showing up and battling, but also being active on social media, doing face-offs, talking shit to your opponent. Like, he has so much stuff under his belt that you can't deny that he's a legend. He is. You understand what I'm saying? So, I feel like that shouldn't even been a question to me, in my personal opinion. Yeah, he's a legend. Damn right. You feel me? Like, no matter how I might say about, how he been doing his battles and not having third rounds and showing up with half a round and all that, he's still a legend. He's still a legend. Like, you have to give him that. You have to give him that. People I know personally that are not in the battle rap culture will call Surf a legend. Why? Because he's one of the more recognizable names when it comes to the culture by people who are casual watchers of battle rap. Not the people who, like us, are battle rap all the time, like always on social media, chopping it up with battle rappers, talking about battle rappers. Like, nah. The people who are regular everyday people who log into their phones every once in a while, battle rap is just like a side thing for them, and they might open a YouTube app. They probably subscribe to URL and a couple of the other bigger leagues. They not subscribed to like a Trap or We Go Hard, but they check out the bigger leagues, and those type of people are fans of Surf. You understand? So they don't get into the technical aspect of it. When it comes to something that involves Surf, they see Surf name come up, they're clicking on it immediately. You feel me? So you have to give dude his legend status for that. You have to, man. It's not really I don't feel like it's really a debate to be had about it. You feel me? Like the points that Math was bringing up, I was just like, man, this is really, he's not the one for the conversation because it's coming from a biased standpoint. You understand? So it's hard to really say. It's hard to like, I'm watching this shit because somebody hit me up about it. Somebody hit me up asking, he actually asked me if Verb and Surf are legends, right? So he's talking about the blog that was on 15 Minutes of Fame. And mind you, I had seen it posted, but I didn't, initially go watch it. I don't really care to listen to a debate about Surf and Math is there. I'm not watching that off rip. Just because it's going to be biased stuff in there. Like, that's how it looks to me. If I know somebody is anti somebody, I'm not watching them have a debate about the person because I know what type of time they on already. I already know this is not going to have anything logical. It's not going to have anything that's actually giving me information. It's going to be a straight up, yo, I just don't like this nigga, so I'm not going to give him his credit. But when I got that DM, I went and I just watched it like a little while ago before I made this blog. I went and I watched the blog in full, and I'm sitting up here watching. I'm like, yo, why did I click on this shit, huh? Why? Math is not making no sense to me. You understand? Like, he was trying to, like, even with the bringing up the wins and the losses. No, that don't got nothing to do with being a legend. Sorry, wins and losses are very. Let me not say they don't have nothing to do with it, but it's very minimal. Sorry, wins and losses are minimal when it comes to legend, because there are people who have won 100% or 90% of their battles, and y'all are not calling them legends. You feel me? So if we start talking about the people on that battle a lot on the smaller leagues, right? We talking about the XLs, the Dre Dennises, and people like that win majority of their battles. Y'all are not going to say they're legends. Why? Because they haven't had the same impact that the actual legends had. So you can't really count wins and losses like that. You just can't. Another thing Mav brought up, the views. Kept saying, yo, what if they paying for views? URL not paying for views, yo. URL not paying for views. Like, when it comes to statistics and numbers and reach, they are one of the biggest leagues in the world. Right? They're one of the leagues that when they are putting a battle together, and this is what y'all have to remember when it comes to these views in terms of URL. URL does more than just book battles. They market the battles as well. So when the battle's coming up, they got them doing face-offs, they sending them to Champion and all these different platforms. They're doing trailers and biographies and history lessons and shit like that on these battles. That is why the battles get so many views on URL, because they build it up. That's promo and marketing. So that's not buying views. They're getting that. Of course, the battlers, because of their content and because of what they're doing in the battle, it's going to determine, the number of views that it gets. But that marketing and promo also adds to it. So you can't sit up there and knock Surf for getting, a certain level of views on URL when, his battle's got some of the most fuel behind it. Look at how he promo. Look at his face-offs when he's talking crazy to niggas. Like, that's why his battles do such crazy numbers. So it's just one of them things where it's like that and views are another thing that really don't constitute legend status. You know what I mean? Because views are also another thing it's not entirely in the battle rapper's hands. So it's like you can't really use wins and losses, and you can't really use views. Like, these are very minimal things when it comes to people being determined legends. You understand? It comes down more so to moments. We will say, ain't DMX a legend? Because of what he did when he was at his peak. But at the same time, because of, all of the drugs and all the other stuff afterwards, he wasn't making as good of music. What happened? He diminished his legacy, but we still not going to say he's not a legend. You understand what I'm saying? So, that whole conversation, I was just like I said, I don't got nothing against Math, but when it comes to the particular topic of Tsu Surf, Math is not a person who I would entertain in a convo like that. It's just, like I say, when I see certain people are anti, like, you can't have a conversation with me about Adi Boom. Why? Because y'all, you follow this channel, I'm anti him because of what he did. So you're not going to say, yo, let me have a conversation with No Mercy about Adi Boom and debate. And no, there's nothing to debate. I don't like the guy. You feel what I mean? So I'm against the guy. So you're not going to want to have that debate with me about him, because you know what it comes with. You know my stance already. You feel me? So that's why I say, when I tuned into this joint and I seen it was math attached to it, I'm like, I already know where this is going. So, I wouldn't take his word, when it comes to any debates about Surf. So, that's just my personal opinion. Like I said, you got to reiterate a million times, because people are getting their feelings, people will get mad. Math is just not one of them people that, y'all should be taking his word as gospel. when it comes to Surf. So, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think Surf is a legend? Is he not? If you say he's not, or if you say he is, let me know why. Let me know why not, and we can continue this conversation in the comments. But that's just my thoughts on that. No Mercy, Trap New York shit, NoMercyTV.com. I'll holla at y'all soon. I'm out.